Great to see you all. Well, we were in Govardhan doing our reading vrat this year. We completed several books when we read the 11th and 12th cantos and also the Laghu Bhagavatamrita and the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And while we were reading all these books, we became more aware of the importance of the Sri Brahma Samhita, because all the acharyas quote from the Sri Brahma Samhita. And of course, Prabhupada quotes from it quite frequently, especially in his purports. And most of us know the verses that he quotes, as we've read the Brahma Samhita so many times, and we've heard the verses that he quotes. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena angani yasya sakalendriya vriti pantastu koti shatavatsara sambragamyo, etc. But when we got to the Laghu Bhagavatamrita, we also saw how the acharyas, especially Rupa Goswami in this case, were quoting from the verses from the initial part of the Sri Brahma Samhita, which pretty much, this is the only place I know of where we read the whole Brahma Samhita from the beginning, not starting from Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu. But we were very much impressed with the fact that to prove the points about the structure of the universe and the various aspects of the spiritual world, Rupa Goswami was quoting from the beginning section of the Brahma Samhita before Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu. And I know Mukaravind, you were there for that, right? And I could see from his face that he was impressed and happy to see that he was familiar already with those verses. He already knew them. And this is one of the ways in which we become fortified from the influence of the material nature, is to become intimately connected with Shastra, because Shastra is from the transcendental realm. It's perfect. There are not many perfect things in life. Although the iPhone comes close, it still has its quirks, but there's no quirks in the Shastra. And it's completely satisfying in that respect to the intellect, because the intellect is the closest thing to the soul. And however, it needs to be regularly fortified and purified. And the way to do that is through Shastra. And Shastra has to be integrated. It means that we have to study it and become familiar with how it connects to the greater corpus of transcendental literature, including the original Vedas and all the Puranas, Itihasas, and so forth. And when we do, then our conviction in devotional service becomes very strong, because our conviction is a product of the intelligence becoming extremely refined. And that happens by exposure to Shastra and by investigating all the different aspects of Shastra and becoming fully convicted that it is the guiding light for the intellect. And giving one's intellect fully to Shastra rather than to any other source. That's why Jiva Goswami goes to such lengths in the Tattva Sandarbha to convince us that it's the best evidence, the best pramanam, the way in which we can see our way forward. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Siddhanta Balaya Chitanakara Alash, that don't be lax or lazy when it comes to Shastra, because the reward is so great. Iha huiti Krishna lagi sudrud manash. He says, because as you go more deeply within the Shastra, take the time to exercise your intellect by reading it, by hearing it, by trying to understand it and see how all the connections are made. And especially by devoting oneself to hours and hours of hearing, as much hearing as possible every day. At whatever particular stage of life you're in, sometimes we're more open to hearing at certain times of our life when we're not as busy. But in whatever period of life you're in, to dedicating as much time as possible to hearing, especially from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, the books that Srila Prabhupada has particularly given us, are sufficient to fortify the intellect, purify it, so that it becomes a detector. It detects whenever we are giving in to the lower self, which can happen at any time. So this exercise of reading these very important Shastras that are especially recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our immediate acharyas is a worthwhile exercise. In fact, everybody in Mountain View should be doing this today. I don't know where they all are. Everybody on the street. Think how happy they'd be rather than waking up to CNN, God forbid Fox, or any of these propaganda stations where they simply get infused with anxiety and their lower self gets confirmed more and more. The fear factor comes in more and more. And people need this. They need to hear Brahma Samhita. They need to hear that there is a spiritual realm. And the mind practically doesn't believe it because the illusory energy is so powerful that she convinces us over and over again because we've desired it. It's a reaction to the fact that at some point I desired that I want to stay in the material world. So she said, I'll make it real for you. Here it is. I'll convince you that you can stay here. And she's doing her job. But we have to do our job to rise above that through the power of this transcendental sound vibration. And so the Brahma Samhita, it doesn't get much better than this. This was personally picked up by the hand of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and brought to his favorite disciples, and now somehow or other it's come down through the disciplic succession. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur recommended read this as a regular daily function, and Srila Prabhupada introduced it in that way as well. So that is our legacy, to keep this vibration of the Brahma Samhita going. Everyone should chant it as much as possible every day and try to enter into its meaning, just as Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur recommended. So with that, we might as well try. Let's do the English first. Altogether. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the Supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes. The spiritual place of transcendental pastimes of Krishna is portrayed in the second verse. The super excellent station of Krishna, which is known as Gokula, has thousands of petals and a corolla like that of a lotus sprouted from a part of his infinitary aspect, the whorl of the leaves being the actual abode of Krishna. The whorl of that transcendental lotus is the realm wherein dwells Krishna. It is a hexagonal figure, the abode of the indwelling, predominated and predominating aspect of the Absolute. Like a diamond, the central supporting figure of self-luminous Krishna stands as the transcendental source of all potencies. The holy name, consisting of 18 transcendental letters, is manifested in a hexagonal figure with sixfold divisions. The whorl of that eternal realm, Gokula, is the hexagonal abode of Krishna. Its petals are the abodes of gopis who are part and parcel of Krishna, to whom they are most lovingly devoted and are similar in essence. The petals shine beautifully like so many walls. The extended leaves of that lotus are the garden-like tam, that is the spiritual abode of Sri Radhika, the most beloved of Krishna. The surrounding external plane of Gokula is described in this verse. There is a mysterious quadrangular place named Shwetadweep, surrounding the outskirts of Gokula. Shwetadweep is divided into 4 parts on all sides. The abode of Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are separately located in each of these 4 parts. These 4 divided abodes are enveloped by the 4-fold human requirements, such as piety, wealth, passion, and liberation, as also by the 4 Vedas, namely Rig, Sama, Yajur, and Atharva, which deal with the mantra and which are the basis of achievements of the 4-fold mundane requirements. 10 tridents are fixed in the 10 directions, including the zenith and nadir. The 8 directions are decorated with the 8 jewels of Mahapadma, Padma, Shankara, Makara, Kachapa, Mukunda, Kunda, and Nila. There are 10 protectors, Dikpalas, of the 10 directions in the form of mantra. The associates of the hues of blue, yellow, red, and white, and the extraordinary potencies bearing the names of Bimala, etc., shine on all sides. The Lord of Gokula is the transcendental Supreme Godhead, the own self of eternal ecstasies. He is the superior of all superiors and is busily engaged in the enjoyments of the transcendental realm and has no association with his mundane potency. Krishna never consorts with his illusory energy. Still, her connection is not entirely cut off from the absolute truth, which he intends to create, when he intends to create the material world, the amorous pastime, in which he engages by consorting with his own spiritual chit potency, Rama, by casting his glance at the deluding energy, in the shape of sending his time energy as an auxiliary activity. The secondary process of association with Maya is described. Rama Devi, the spiritual chit potency, beloved consort of the Supreme Lord, is the regulatrix of all entities. The divine plenary portion of Krishna creates the mundane world. At creation there appears a divine halo of the nature of his own subjective portion, Swamsha. This halo is divine Shambhu, the masculine symbol or manifested emblem of the Supreme Lord. This halo is the dim twilight reflection of the supreme eternal effulgence. This masculine symbol is the subjective portion of divinity who functions as progenitor of the mundane world, subject to the supreme regulatrix, Niyati. The conceiving potency in regard to mundane creation makes her appearance out of the supreme regulatrix. She is Maya, the limited, non-absolute apara potency, the symbol of mundane feminine productivity. The intercourse of these two brings forth the faculty of perverted cognition, the reflection of the seed of the procreative desire of the Supreme Lord. All offspring of the consort of the great Lord Maheshwara of this mundane world are of the nature of the embodiment of the mundane masculine and feminine generative organs. The person embodying the material causal principle, namely the great Lord of this mundane world, Maheshwara, Shambhu, in the form of the male generating organ, is joined to his female consort, to the limited energy Maya, as the efficient causal principle. The Lord of the world, Mahavishnu, is manifest in him by his subjective portion in the form of his glance. The Lord of the mundane world, Mahavishnu, possesses thousands of heads, eyes, hands. He is the source of thousands of avatars in his thousands of subjective portions. He is the creator of thousands of individual souls. The same Mahavishnu is spoken of by the name of Narayan in this mundane world. From that eternal person has sprung the vast expanse of water of the spiritual causal ocean. The subjective portion of Sankarsana, who abides in Paravyoma, the above supreme Purusha with thousands of subjective portions, reposes in the state of divine sleep, Yoga Nidra, in the waters of the spiritual causal ocean. The spiritual seeds of Sankarsana existing in the pores of skin of Mahavishnu are born as so many golden sperms. These sperms are covered with 5 great elements. The same Mahavishnu entered into each universe as his own separate subjective portions. The divine portions that entered into each universe are possessed of his majestic extension, that is, they are the eternal universal soul, Mahavishnu, possessing thousands of heads. The same Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left limb, Brahma, the first progenitor of beings, from his right limb, and from the space between his 2 eyebrows, Shambhu, the divine masculine manifested halo. The function of Shambhu in relation to jivas is that this universe enshrining the mundane egotistic principle has originated from Shambhu. Thereupon the same great personal Godhead, assuming the threefold forms of Vishnu, Prajapati, and Shambhu, entering into the mundane universe, plays the pastimes of preservation, creation, and destruction of this world. This pastime is contained in the mundane world. Hence, it being perverted, the Supreme Lord, identical with Mahavishnu, prefers to consort with the goddess Yoganidra, the constituent of his own spiritual chit potency, full of the ecstatic trance of eternal bliss appertaining to his own divine personality. When Vishnu, lying in the ocean of milk, wills to create this universe, a golden lotus springs from his navel pit. The golden lotus with its stem is the abode of Brahma, representing Brahma Loka or Satya Loka. Before their conglomeration, the primary elements in their nascent state remained originally separate entities. Non-application of the conglomerating process is the cause of their separate existence. Divine Mahavishnu, primal Godhead, through association with his own spiritual chit potency, moved Maya, and by the application of the conglomerating principle, created those different entities in their state of cooperation. And after that, he himself consorted with Yoga Nidra by way of his eternal dalliance with his spiritual chit potency. By conglomerating all those separate entities, he manifested the innumerable mundane universes and himself entered into the inmost recess of every extended conglomerate, Virad Vigraha. At that time, those jivas who had lain dormant during the cataclysm were awakened. The same jiva is eternal and is for eternity and without a beginning, joined to the Supreme Lord by the tie of an eternal kinship. He is transcendental spiritual potency. The divine lotus which springs from the navel pit of Vishnu is in every way related by the spiritual tie with all souls and is the origin of four-faced Brahma versed in the four Vedas. On coming out of the lotus, Brahma, being guided by the divine potency, turned his mind to the act of creation under the impulse of previous impressions, but he could see nothing but darkness in every direction. Then the goddess of learning, Saraswati, the divine consort of the Supreme Lord, said thus to Brahma, who saw nothing but gloom in all directions, "O Brahma, this mantra, Kling Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Balabhaya Swaha, will assuredly fulfill your heart's desire. O Brahma, do thou practice spiritual association by means of this mantra, then all your desires will be fulfilled." Brahma, being desirous of satisfying Govinda, practiced the cultural acts for Krishna and Goloka, Lord of Shweta-dvipa, for a long time. His meditation ran thus: there exists a divine lotus of 1,000 petals, augmented by millions of filaments in the transcendental land of Goloka. On its whirl there exists a great divine throne on which is seated Sri Krishna, the form of eternal effulgence of transcendental bliss, playing on his divine flute, resonant with the divine sound, with his lotus mouth. He is worshipped by his amorous milkmaids with their respective subjective portions and extensions, and also by his external energy who stays outside, embodying all mundane qualities. Then Gayatri, mother of the Vedas, being made manifest, that is imparted by the divine sound of the flute of Sri Krishna, entered into the lotus mouth of Brahma, born from himself through his 8 ear holes. The lotus-born Brahma, having received the Gayatri, sprung from the flute song of Sri Krishna, attained the status of the twice-born, having been initiated by the supreme primal preceptor, Godhead himself. Enlightened by the recollection of that Gayatri, embodying the 3 Vedas, Brahma became acquainted with the expanse of the ocean of truth. Then he worshipped Sri Krishna, the essence of all Vedas, with this hymn. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock's feathers, with a figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, round whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautified with the moon locket, whose 2 hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful 3-fold bending form of Shyamasundar is eternally manifest. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, true substantiality, and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possessing in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas, but obtainable by pure unalloyed devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay, is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusha, yet he is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayama by drilling the respiration, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years. He is an undifferentiated entity, as there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe at one and the same time. Such is the primeval Lord, whom I adore. I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas, by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency, possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidants, Sakhis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever-blissful spiritual rasa. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Shama Sundar, Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts, with the eye of devotion tinged with the salve of love. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the forms of Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, etc., as his subjective portions. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose effulgence is the source of the non-differentiated Brahman mentioned in the Upanishads, being differentiated from the infinity of glories of the mundane universe, appears as an indivisible, infinite, limitless truth. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is the absolute substantive principle, being the ultimate entity in the form of the support of all existence, whose external potency embodies the threefold mundane qualities, namely sattva, rajas, and tamas, and diffuses the Vedic knowledge regarding the mundane world. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose glory ever triumphantly dominates the mundane world by the activity of his own pastimes, being reflected in the mind of recollecting souls as the transcendental entity of ever-blissful cognitive rasa. Lowest of all is located Devi Dham, mundane world. Next above it is Mahesh Dham, abode of Mahesh. Above Mahesh Dham is placed Hari Dham, abode of Hari. And above them all is located Krishna's own realm, named Goloka. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who has allotted their respective authorities to the rulers of those graded realms. The external potency Maya, who is of the nature of the shadow of the Chit potency, is worshipped by all people as Durga, the creating, preserving, and destroying agency of this mundane world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in accordance with whose will Durga conducts herself. Just as milk is transformed into curd by the action of acids, but yet the effect curd is neither same as nor different from its cause, namely milk, so I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, of whom the state of Shambhu is a transformation for the performance of the work of destruction. The light of one candle being communicated to other candles, although it burns separately in them, is the same in its quality. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who exhibits himself equally in the same mobile manner in his various manifestations. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who, assuming his own great subjective form, who bears the name of Shesha, replete with the all-accommodating potency, and reposing in the causal ocean with the infinity of the world in the pores of his hair, enjoys creative sleep, yoga nidra. Brahma, the three worlds are composed. Did we miss one? Back. Brahma and other lords of the mundane worlds, appearing from the pores of hair of Mahavishnu, remain alive as long as the duration of one exhalation of the latter, Mahavishnu. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, of whose subjective personality Mahavishnu is the portion of portion. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, from whom the separated subjective portion, Brahma, receives his power for the regulation of the mundane world, just as the sun manifests some portion of his own light in all the effulgent gems that bear the names of Suryakanta, etc. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, whose lotus feet are always held by Ganesh upon the pair of tumuli protruding from his elephant head, in order to obtain power for his function of destroying all the obstacles on the path of progress of the three worlds. The three worlds are composed of the 9 elements, namely fire, earth, ether, water, air, direction, time, soul, and mind. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, from whom they originate, in whom they exist, and into whom they enter at the time of the universal cataclysm. The sun, who is the king of all the planets, full of infinite effulgence, the image of the good soul, is as the eye of this world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in pursuance of whose order the sun performs his journey, mounting the wheel of time. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, by whose conferred power are maintained the manifested potencies that are found to exist of all virtues, all vices, the Vedas, the penances, and all jivas, from Brahma to the meanest insects. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who burns up to their roots all fruitive activities of those who are imbued with devotion, and impartially ordains for each the due enjoyment of the fruits of one's activities, of all those who walk in the path of work, in accordance with the chain of their previously performed works, no less in the case of the tiny insect that bears the name of Indragopa than that of Indra, king of the Devas. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, the meditators of whom, by meditating upon him under the sway of wrath, amorous passion, natural friendly love, fear, parental affection, delusion, reverence, and willing service, attain to bodily forms befitting the nature of their contemplation. I worship that transcendental seat known as Shwetadweep, whereas loving consorts, the Lakshmis in their unalloyed spiritual essence, practice the amorous service of the Supreme Lord Krishna as their only lover, where every tree is a transcendental purpose tree, where the soil is a purpose gem, all water is nectar, every word is a song, every gate is a dance, the flute is the favorite attendant, effulgence is full of transcendental bliss, and the supreme spiritual entities are all enjoyable and tasty, where numberless milk cows always emit transcendental oceans of milk, where there is eternal existence of transcendental time, who is ever present and without past or future, and hence is not subject to the quality of passing away, even for the space of half a moment. That realm is known as Goloka, only to a very few self-realized souls in this world. On hearing these hymns containing the essence of the truth, the Supreme Lord Krishna said to Brahma, Brahma, if you experience the inclination to create offspring by being endowed with the real knowledge of the glory of Godhead, listen, my beloved, from me to the science set forth in the following 5 shlokas. When the pure spiritual experience is excited by means of cognition and service, bhakti, super excellent unalloyed devotion characterized by love for Godhead is awakened toward Krishna, the beloved of all souls. The highest devotion is attained by slow degrees, by the method of constant endeavor for self-realization, with the help of scriptural evidence, theistic conduct, and perseverance in practice. These preliminary practices of devotion, sadhana bhakti, are conducive to the realization of loving devotion, than whom there is no superior well-being, who goes hand in hand with the attainment of the exclusive state of supreme bliss, and it can lead to myself. Abandoning all meritorious performances, serve me with faith. The realization will correspond to the nature of one's faith. The people of the world act ceaselessly in pursuance of some ideal. By meditating on me, by means of those deeds, one will obtain devotion characterized by love in the shape of the supreme service. Listen, O Vidhi, I am the seed, the fundamental principle of this world of animate and inanimate objects. I am Pradhana, substance of matter. I am Prakriti, material cause, and I am Purusha, efficient cause. This that belongs especially to the Brahman, that inheres in you, has also been conferred by me. It is by bearing this fiery energy that you regulate this phenomenal world of animate and inanimate objects. Give us our starting note. Brahma Samhita. Although that's nice too. Svara Parama Krishna. Is that too low for y'all? A little low? Svara Parama Krishna Sakchirananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Sahasrapatra Kamalam Gokulakyam Mahatpadam Tatkarnikaram Tadhama Tadanantang Shasambhavam Karnikaram Mahadyantram Shatkonam Vajrakilakam Shadanga Shatpadistanam Prakritya Purushena Cha Premananda Mahananda Rasena Vastitam Hiyat Jyoti Rupena Manuna Kama Bijena Sangatam Tatkinjalkam Tadangshanam Tatpatrani Sriyamapi Chaturastram Tatparitaha Shvetadipyakyam Chaturastram Chaturmurtesh Chaturdhama Chatushkritam Chaturbhi Purushartaischa Chaturbhir Hetu Vivratam Shulardashabiranandam Urdvado Dittavikshapi Ashtabhir Nidibir Jushtam Ashtabhi Siddhibistata Manurupaischa Dashabhir Dikpalai Paritovratam Shamar Goraischa Raktaischa Shuklaischa Parshatarshabhe Shobitam Shaktibistabir Adbhutabhi Samantataha Evam Jyotirmayo Deva Sadananda Paratparaha Atma Ramastyatasyasti Prakrityana Samagamaha Mayaya Ramamanasya Naviyogastaya Saha Atmana Ramayare Me Tyakvakalam Sushikshaya Niyati Sarama Devi Tatpriya Tadvasham Tada Talingam Bhagavan Shambhur Jyoti Rupa Sanatanaha Yayoni Sapara Shakti Kamo Bijam Mahaddare Lingayonyat Mika Jata Ima Maheshwari Prajaha Shaktiman Purusha Soyam Lingarupi Maheshwaraha Tasminabhirabu Linge Mahavishnur Jagatpatihi Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrabhat Sahasrabahur Vishvatma Sahasramsha Sahasrasuhu Narayana Sabhagavan Apastasmat Sanatanat Avirasit Kararnarno Nidhi Sankarshanatmakaha Yoga Nidram Gatastasmin Sahasramsha Swayam Mahan Tadroma Bilajaleshu Bijam Sankarshanasya Cha Haimanyandari Jatani Mahabhuta Vratani Tu Pratyandam evam ekam shad vishati swayam Sahasra murda vishvatma Mahavishnu sanatanaha Vaman gadasrajad vishnum Dakshinan gat prajapatim Jyotilingamayam shambhum Kushadeshad avasrijad Ahankaratmakam vishvam Tasmad etad vyajayata Atataistri vidherveshe lilan udvahatakila Yoga nidra bhagavati tasya shrireva sangata Shashikshayam tato nabhes tasya padmam vaniryayao Tannalam hemanalinam brahmano lokam adbhutam Tatvani purvarudhani karanani parasparam Samavaya prayogachcha vibinani pratak Chitshaksha sajjamanota Bhagavanadi purushaha Yojayan mayaya devo yoganidram akalpayat Yojayitva tutanyeva pravivesha swayam guham. Guham pravishte tasmimstu jivatma pratibhudyate. Sanityo nitya sambandha prakritischa paraivasa. Evam sarvatma sambandham nabhyam padmam harerabhut. Tatra brahmad bhavad bhuyash chaturvedi chaturmukha. Sanjato bhagavat shaktya tatkalam kilachoditaha. Shashikshayam matim chakre purva samskara samskritaha. Tatarsha kevalam dvantam nanyat kim api sarvataha. Uvacha paratastasmai tasya divya saraswati. Kama Krishnaya Govinda he gopi jana ityapi. Malabhaya priyahmanir mantram te dasyati priyam. Tapastam tapaetena tapasiddhir bhavishyati. Atate pesa suchiram prinan govindam avyayam. Shweta dvipa patim krishnam golokastam paratparam. Prakritya gunarupinya rupinya parupasitam. Sahasradala sampanne koti kinjoka brimhite. Bhumish Chintamani tatra karikare mahasane. Samasinam chidanandam jyotirupam sanatanam. Shabda Brahma mayam venum vadayantam bukhambuje. Valasina ganavritam swashar amshar abhishtutam. Atavenu nidadasya traimurti mayi gatihi. Spuranti praviveshashu mukhabjani swayambhuvaha. Gayatrim gayatastasmad adigatya sarojajaha. Samsritaschari gununa dvijatvam agamattataha. Traya prabhuto tavidhir vignata tatvasagaraha. Tushtave verasarena stotrena nena keshavam. Chintamani prakara sanmasukalpa vriksha. Laksha vriteshu surabhirapi palayantam. Lakshmi sahasra shata sambrama sevyamanam. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Venung Kwanantam Aravindam Dalaya Taksham. Barhavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam. Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Alola Chandra Kalasadvanamalya Vamshi. Radnan Gadam Pranaya Keli Kalavilasam. Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti. Pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti. Ananda chinmaya sadujvala vigrahasya. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Advaitam achutam anadim anantarupam. Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha. Vedeshu tulabhamatulabhamatma bhaktao. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Pantastu koti shatavatsara sambragamyo. Vayo radhapi manaso munipungavanam. Sopyastiya praparasindya vichintya tatve. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Ekopya Saura Charitum Jagadanda Kotim. Yat Shakti Rasti Jagadanda Chayaya Dantaha. Antantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Yadbhava bhavitadiyo manuchastataiva samprapya rupa mahima sanayana bhusha suktaryameva nigama pratitaistu vanti Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitabis Tabirya eva nijarupa taya kalabhihi Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma bhuto Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Premanjana chudita bhakti vilochanena Santak sadaiva hridayesha vilokayanti Yam shama sundaram achintya gunaswarupam Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Ramadi muti shukala niyamena tishtan Nanavatara makarod bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna swayam samabhavat paramapumanyo Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanda koti Koti shrishesha vasudari vibhuti bindam Tad brahmanishkalam anantam ashesha bhutam Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Maya hiyasya jagadanda shatani sute Traigunya tad vishaya veda vitayamana Sattva valambi parasattvam vishuddha sattvam Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Ananda chinmaya rasatmataya manastru Dyapraninam pratipalam smarutam upetya Lilayatena bhuvanani jayatya jastram Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Goloka namni nijadamni chaleta tasya Devi mahesha haridham suteshu teshu Te prabhava nichaya vihitascha Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Shristi stiti pralaya sarana shakti reka Chayeva yasya bhuvanani vibarti durga Ichchanurupam api yasya chateshtate sa Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Shriram yathara dirvikara vishesha yogad Sanjayate nihitata pratagasti hetoho Yasham bhutam api tata samupaiti karyad Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Diparjare vihida shantanamabhyupetya Dipayate vravita hetu samana dharma Yastadrage vihicha vishnataya vipati Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Ya karanarna bhajale bhajati sma yoga Nidramananta jagadanda saromakupaha Adhara shaktim avalamya parang samurtim Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Yashaika nishisitakala matavalambya Jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanata Vishnur mahansa iha yasya kala vishesho Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Basmanya tashma sakalesha nijesha tejaha Swiyam kiya prakatayat tavitadvadatra Brahma ya esha jagadanda vidana karta Govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami Yat para pallava yugam vinidaya kumbha Vande pranama samaye Vignan vidhantum alamasya jagatrayasya Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Agnir Mahi Ganganamam Mumurudishascha Kalastatadma Manasiti Jagatrayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yangcha Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yakshakshuresha Savita Sakalagrahanam Raja Samasta Suramuti Rashesha Tejaha Yastyajnaya Brahmati Sambratakala Chakro Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Dharmota Papa Nichaya Shrutayastapamsi Brahmadikita Patagavadayascha Jivaha Yaddatra Matra Vibhava Prakata Prabhava Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yaswindra Gopamatavindra Mohosa Karma Pandanurupa Palabhajanamata Noti Karmani Nirdahati Kintu Cha Bhakti Bhajam Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yam Krodha Kama Sahaja Pranayari Bhiti Vatsalya Moha Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhavai Sanchintya Tasya Sadrishim Tanama Purete Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Sriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo Druma Bhumischintamani Ganamayi Toyamamratam Ataganam Natyam Kamanam Api Vamshi Priyasaki Chiranandam Choti Paramapi Taraswadyam Apicha Sayatra Shiradhi Sravati Surabhibhyasya Sumahan Nimeshartyakyo Vavratati Nahi Yatrapi Samayaha Bhaje Shweta Dvipam Tamaham Iha Golokamityam Vidantaste Santakshiti Virlachara Katipaye Ato Vacha Mahavishnur Bhagavantam Prajapatim Brahman Mahatva Vijnane Prajasarge Chichinmatihi Panchashlokimimam vidyam vatsatatvam nibodhame Prabhure jnana bhakti vyam atmayananda chinmayi Ude tunitama bhaktir bhagavat prema lakshana Pramanaistat saracharais tadabhyasir nirantaram Bodhayanatmanatmanam bhaktimapyutamam labed Yasya shreyaskaram nasti yaya nivritumapnuyat Yasarayati mameva bhaktim tameva sarayet Dharmananyan parityajya mamekam bhaja vishwasan Yadrishi yadrishi shraddha siddhir bhavati tadrishi Kurvan nirantaram karma loko yam manavartate Tenaiva karmana dhyayan mam param bhaktimicchati Aham hi vishvasya characharasya bijam pradhanam prakritihi pumamscha Maya hitam deja idam bibarshi vidhe videhi tomato jaganti Ishvaraha parama Krishna sakchirananda vigraha Anadiradir Govinda sarva karana karanam Iti Sri Brahma Samhita Sampurnam Hari Om. Feel better?